Good morning students, welcome students to the 8th chapter of Geography of Standard 8th. Name of the chapter is Industry. Now in this chapter we are going to study about the different industries. Now children, here you can see some pictures, images are given here. So in that what is mentioned in figure 8.1, the sequence of two industrial process has been given. Now arrange the pictures in proper sequence and write the sequence number in the box and given way. So यहाँ पे फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या पूछा, नेम द टू इंडस्ट्रीज. So which are the two industries here which are shown? That is, one is the sugar industry, another is the textile industry. And the question is, name the raw material and the finished product of both these industries. So raw material and finished products, ये शुगर इंडस्ट्री में क्या रहेगा, शुगर केन, और उससे क्या बनता है, शुगर. और दूसरा है रॉ मटेरियल, कौन सा है, टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री में कॉटन. एंड आफ्टर दैट फिनिश प्रोडक्ट व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग, क्लोथ वी आर गेटिंग. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, हाउ इज द रॉ मटेरियल कन्वर्टेड इनटू फिनिश्ड प्रोडक्ट. तो रॉ मटेरियल कैसे कन्वर्ट करते फिनिश प्रोडक्ट में, बाय द प्रोसेसिंग, रॉ मटेरियल्स को प्रोसेस करके एट द वेरियस लेवल्स. नेक्स्ट इज, व्हाई इज इट नेसेसरी टू कन्वर्ट द रॉ मटेरियल इनटू फिनिश्ड प्रोडक्ट. सो रॉ मटेरियल्स का जो ओरिजिनल फॉर्म है, डायरेक्टली वी कैन यूज इट अबाउट, नो. सो डायरेक्टली इट कांट सेटिस्फाई द ह्यूमन नीड्स, ह्यूमन वांट्स को डायरेक्टली सेटिस्फाई नहीं कर सकते. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट योर रॉ मटेरियल्स हैव टू बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू फिनिश्ड गुड्स. नाउ ये जोग्राफिकल एक्सप्लेनेशन इज गिवन ऑफ द सेम. The process of converting the available raw material into finished product is done in the factories. तो ये process जो raw material है, they are turned then converted into finished product. So where this process is done in the factories, and the finished product is durable, more useful and has added value. जो भी finished product बन जाता है तो durable हो जाता है, more useful होता है, and उसका value क्या हो जाता है, बढ़ जाता है, increase हो जाता है. Industries or manufacturing units provide secondary occupations. So due to the availability of the resources, development of science and technology and other favorable conditions, there is the development of industries and a boost of industrialization. So because as the resources are available, along with that, because of the development of science and technology and other factors that are favorable, so what has been developed, more and more industries has been developed and industrialization has been increased. Industries help in speeding up the economic development of the humans, and it also helps in achieving the economic development of a country. सो इंडस्ट्रीज है, उसकी वजह से क्या होता है, इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द कंट्री का भी होता है, इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट ऑफ ह्यूमन बीइंग्स ऑल्सो, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट देयर इज द इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द कंट्री. नेक्स्ट चिल्ड्रन, हियर यू कैन सी फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग द लोकेशन ऑफ एन इंडस्ट्री. सो हियर सम फैक्टर्स आर शोन. नाउ टेकिंग इनटू अकाउंट द अबव फैक्टर्स, नोट इन डिफरेंट कलर्स द फेवरेबल फैक्टर्स रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द फैक्ट्रीज एंड गिवन बिलो द फॉलोइंग. सो फर्स्ट क्या है, आयरन एंड स्टील इंडस्ट्रीज. दूसरा है टेक्सटाइल, अनदर इज द शुगर इंडस्ट्री. नाउ आयरन इंडस्ट्री, दिस फॉर ईच इंडस्ट्री प्रिपेयर ए लिस्ट ऑफ द नेसेसरी फैक्टर्स. सो व्हाट आर द थिंग्स दैट आर नीडेड. सो ये आयरन एंड स्टील, फॉर दैट व्हाट विल बी नीडेड, आयरन और मैंगनीज, कोल एंड वाटर विल बी नीडेड. टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री, उसके लिए क्या लगेगा, दैट इज कॉटन, along with the transportation services will be needed, water will be needed, electricity will be needed. Sugar industry के लिए sugar cane, water, electricity etc. will be needed. Now for each industry give an explanation for the location suggested by you. So location क्या होगा, mostly iron and steel industry, बल्कि है ना, so वहाँ पे जो transportation of this raw material easy नहीं होगा. So therefore iron and steel industry कहाँ पे सेटअप होगा, मोस्टली नियर द, जहाँ पे मिनरल्स वगैरह मिलते रहेंगे, नियर बाई दैट एरिया ओनली. टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री, उसके लिए क्या लगता है, कॉटन. सो कॉटन लाइट है वेट में, वी ऑल नो, एंड ईजिली इट कैन बी ट्रांसपोर्टेड फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अदर. सो देयरफॉर लोकेशन ऑफ टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री सजेस्टेड नियर, कहीं पे भी हो सकता है, हाईवे, और मोर ओवर इन दैट एरियाज वेयर द लेबर्स आर ईजिली अवेलेबल. एंड थर्ड, नेक्स्ट वाला क्या है, दैट इज़ द शुगर इंडस्ट्री. सो यहाँ पे शुगर इंडस्ट्री के लिए रॉ मटेरियल क्या होगा, शुगर केन, एंड मोर मतलब वो ज़्यादा लेस ड्यूरेबल है. सो यहाँ पे ट्रांसपोर्ट विल बी डिफ़िकल्ट फॉर दैट. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट व्हाट विल हैपन, लोकेशन, शुगर इंडस्ट्री का लोकेशन मोस्टली कहाँ पे होता है, नियर बाय द एरियाज वेयर द शुगर केन्स आर कल्टिवेटेड. So your geographical explanation is given of that. In any given area, the development of industry is dependent on the several factors. तो कौन कौन से फैक्टर्स, सच एज रॉ मटेरियल, वाटर, लेबर, ट्रांसपोर्ट, कैपिटल, मार्केट एक्सेट्रा. As per the availability of these factors, specific industries develop. Now children, because of the unequal distribution of these factors, industrial development does not take place at some same space at all places. तो जैसे कि जो भी रिसोर्सेज है, जैसे कि ट्रांसपोर्ट फैसिलिटीज़ हो गए, कैपिटल मार्केट एक्सेट्रा, सो ये सारे फैक्टर्स है, दे आर नॉट मीन्स दे आर नॉट इक्वली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड एवरीवेयर. सो because of that, no industrial development, it is not taking everywhere at equal every places in equal manner. Some regions are suitable for the development of industries, while in other regions only particular industries develop. So कहीं कहीं पे अलग अलग टाइप के different industries we can see they have been developed, but in some regions no only particular types of industries develop. So dense forests and desert areas are not conducive to industrial development. So in whichever region that is covered by dense forest और जो desert areas है, so their industrial development does not take place. Now यहाँ पे give it a try में दिया है ना, study the factors given below and state which industries could develop in these areas. So first क्या है, excellent transport facilities, skilled labor हो गए, uninterrupted supply of electricity. So mostly here textile industries develop हो सकते हैं, fertilizers, manufacturing industries can be developed. Limestone deposits, cheap labor, uninterrupted supply of water and electricity, increasing urbanizations. So here mostly mining industries develop हो सकते हैं in these areas. Third one is fruit orchards, labor, excellent transportation facilities, unlimited water supply, uninterrupted electricity and ready market. तो यहाँ पे कौन से इंडस्ट्रीज डेवलप हो सकते हैं? fruit processing industries can be developed in these regions. Now next here children you can see, can you tell one, ये localization of iron and steel industries का एक map दिया हुआ है and some questions are asked. So study figure 8.2 and answer the following questions. So name the industry at Jamshedpur. So which industry here it is? The name of the industry कौन सा है ये? iron and steel industry. Now which raw material is required for this industry? तो कौन सा रॉ मटेरियल यहाँ पे लगेगा? आयरन, मैंगनीज, लाइमस्टोन, कोल एक्सेट्रा, ये सारे लगेंगे. फ्रॉम विच एरिया इज़ दिस रॉ मटेरियल ऑब्टेन्ड? तो कौन से एरिया से मिलेंगे? मोस्टली एरियाज कौन कौन सा शो है? सी यू कैन सी इन द मैप, जमशेदपुर, अलॉन्ग विद दैट कुलाईसिला, गुरमा हिसनी एंड जगारिया एक्सेट्रा. दैट मीन्स दे फ्रॉम देयर रॉ मटेरियल्स कैन बी ऑब्टेन्ड. वाई इज़ कोल यूज इन दिस इंडस्ट्री? कोल किसके लिए यूज होते हैं? कोल एज ए फ्यूल के जैसे यूज़ होता है यहाँ पे टू हीट द आयरन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, स्टेट विथ रीजंस इफ़ इट विल बी फिजिबल टू सेटअप आयरन एंड स्टील इंडस्ट्री इन योर डिस्ट्रिक्ट. सेटअप कर सकते हैं क्या जहाँ पे हम लोग रहते हैं? नो, नहीं सेटअप कर सकते हैं. कहाँ? क्योंकि यहाँ पे जहाँ पे हम रहते हैं वहाँ पे क्या है? आयरन और मैंगनीज लाइमस्टोन नहीं है इन आवर डिस्ट्रिक्ट. सो इट इज़ ये जनरल क्वेश्चन तुमको पूछा गया है. Now geographical explanation is given of that. While looking for answers for the above questions, you must have realized that for the localization of iron and steel industry, the most important factors are the availability of raw materials and energy, both of which are available around Jamshedpur. So ये जो मैप हम लोग ने देखा है, so in that what is given that iron and steel industry के लिए क्या किसकी ज़रूरत है? raw materials needed है, energy resources. So ये दोनों भी चीज़ें वहाँ पे available है. Where it is available? In around Jamshedpur. The raw material is heavy and bulky and it is uneconomical to transport to a factory far away. Hence it is favorable to establish the industry in the area where the raw material is available. So इसका जो raw material जो भी use होते हैं means it cannot be transported to a far away places. So for that purpose ये सारे industries कहाँ पे होते हैं? Iron and steel industry mostly near the area where the raw material is available. So this is for the reason for the establishment of the iron and steel industry at Jamshedpur. Next here it is given classifications of the industry as per their nature. तो यहाँ पे types of industries के बारे में mention किया गया है students. One is the small scale industry. Small industry में क्या आता है? Making of earthen pots, bakery products. इसको वो किस में आते हैं? Small industries में. Medium industries in that food processing industries, jaggery making etc. और heavy industries में क्या आते हैं? Cement हो गया, cement industries, sugar industries, iron and steel industries etc. All the three pictures above are related to the concept of industry, but उसका nature क्या है? The work of the nature of the work of the industries is different. So for example here you can see in these industries raw materials, labor force, capital, land etc. So all these factors are essential factors. As per the nature of the work, industries can be classified. So very often the finished product from one industry is used as a raw material in another industry. तो यहाँ पे क्या दिया गया है, जो फिनिश्ड प्रोडक्ट होता है एक इंडस्ट्री का, सो इट इज़ यूज्ड एज ए रॉ मटेरियल इन अनदर industry. For example, here it is given sugar produced in sugar factories is used as a sweetener, a raw material in the manufacture of products such as biscuits, jams and jellies. So biscuit, jams और jellies बनाने उसमें क्या यूज़ होता है, स्वीटनर के लिए स्वीटनेस के लिए यूज़ करते हैं शुगर को. So it is here it is sugar is serving as a raw material. Similarly, iron rods are used as a raw materials in the engineering industries, in the manufacture of steel, furniture, etc. Next, we will studying about the agro-based industries. Now, India is predominantly agrarian country. Here in our country, mostly people they are dependent upon the agriculture. So, India is predominant by agriculture. In India, a variety of agriculture products is available. Different types of agro-based industries have come up. So, in addition to these industries, processing agriculture products have also developed. So, different types of agro-based industries we can see in our country. So, in addition to that, here various processing agriculture products have been developed. In industries processing agriculture products has been developed. So, these industries are including जैसे कि dairy industry हो गया, food processing industries are there, fruit processing industries are there, jaggery making, etc. Now, industries dependent on agriculture products have been established everywhere, and there has also been development of heavy industries जैसे कि textile industries हो गए, sugar industries हो गए. So these industries have also developed. Next is the industrial development. Now the establishment of industries and industrial development have an important role in the economic development of a country. So industries को establish करना and industrial development that is taking place within the country. So it is very much good for what? For the economic development of a country. Now industrial development is essential for improving the standard of living of and increasing the per capita income of the citizen. Industrial development किसके लिए ज़रूरी है? For improving the standard of living of the people, because if more and more industries will be set up, so more opportunities for the people for getting the jobs. If jobs are there, so per capita income of the citizens it is going to increase. So citizens of the country, they will get employment opportunities and their lifestyle it is going to improve. The per capita income of the country goes up and there is an increase in the export of the finished products. So industries ज़्यादा हो गए तो per capita income किसका increase होगा? Country का भी. And more and more goods, finished goods we are going to export to the other countries. And as a result, there will be an increase in the foreign exchange of our country. For all these reasons, it is necessary to give a fillip to industrialization in a country. So because of that, what is necessary? So it is necessary that we should encourage industrialization has to be encouraged within the country. More and more industries has to be set up in the country, because if more industries will be there, more jobs will be there, will be made available to the people. The standard of the living of the people is going to improve. Per capita income of the country is going to increase, and more goods we are going to export, and more foreign exchange will be coming into our country. So for that purpose, now the government it is establishing industrial states to boost industrial development and increase the employment opportunities in the region. Now industries have an important role in the economic development of a country. We all know industries, they are playing a very important role. So hence all the countries take a special efforts for promoting industrial development. So countries बहुत सारे efforts ले रहे for what purpose? For promoting the industrial development. So to enable this, industrial states have been established. These states are given concessional rates for electricity, water and taxes. So here for encouraging the industrial development, so जो industrial states होते हैं ना, that has been established, और these states को उनको बहुत सारे concessions दिए गए हैं. For what purpose? In the electricity, water और taxes में concession they are given. Next is the Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation, that is MIDC. Now on 1st August 1962 in Maharashtra, state government established the Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation and through it set up industries in every district of the state. So MIDC कब फॉर्म हुआ था? 1st August 1962. What was the main intention? To set up industries in every district of Maharashtra. Now through this, the decentralization of industries is expected throughout the state. Now like Maharashtra, other state have also established such corporations. So same way जैसे महाराष्ट्र में MIDC फॉर्म हुआ था, दूसरे states में भी such types of corporation has been started. Now in these industrial states, very often auxiliary industries have been established. Now in addition, employment opportunities have been made available to the local peoples. and in these industrial states various facilities necessary for industries have been made available. So employment opportunities are available to the whom? To the local people those who are living. Along with that various other facilities that are needed for the industries had been made available. नेक्स्ट here it is given, can you tell me दिया है, स्टडी द फैक्टर्स गिवन इन द फिगर्स 8.7 में जो दिया है एंड क्लासीफाई देम एज पर देयर एडवांटेजेस एंड डिसएडवांटेजेस इन रिलेशन टू द इंडस्ट्रीज. Now explanation is given. There are many advantages of industrial development. There are also some disadvantages. So we all know, see यहाँ पे इंडस्ट्रीज़ के कुछ एडवांटेजेस भी होते हैं एंड डिसएडवांटेजेस ऑल्सो. So because of industrialization the youth in the area get employment. So this is one of the important advantage. अगर इंडस्ट्रीज ज़्यादा होगा तो क्या होगा, मोर एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ विल बी देयर फॉर द पीपल एंड अलॉन्ग विद दैट इट इज़ हेल्पिंग टू इम्प्रूव द पर कैपिटा इनकम ऑफ द पीपल. For the economic development of an agrarian country, it is necessary to have industries based and agriculture products. So जो country जिनका मतलब जो agrarian country है, so for the economic development of such type of country, it is necessary to have industrial based agricultural products. So such industries not only result in agricultural development but also the economic development of a country, and the standard of the living of the people also it is going to increase. Next we will be studying about the information technology industry. Now information technology industry is an important engineering branch in today's world. Now in this branch work is carried out by computers. So information technology field में mostly the work it is done with what? It is done by computers. So in this industry India has made a rapid progress. The availability of skilled manpower is the most important reason for this. Availability of the skilled manpower मतलब मैन पावर को यूज़ करने आना चाहिए कंप्यूटर्स, हाउ टू यूज़ द मेक यूज़ ऑफ द कंप्यूटर्स. सो दैट इज़ वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट रीज़न फॉर दिस. स्किल मैन पावर होगा तो ही इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज़ कर सकते हैं. ना इन दिस इंडस्ट्री दैट इज़ इन द इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी इंडस्ट्रीज सर्चिंग फॉर टेक्निकल इंफॉर्मेशन ऑब्टेनिंग द इंफॉर्मेशन, उसको एनालाइज करना, प्रेजेंट करना ग्राफिकली एज पर द रिक्वायरमेंट, दैट टाइप ऑफ वर्क इज़ डन. Now all this information is obtained from the internet on computers, mobiles and other devices. तो informations कहाँ से निकाले जाते हैं? From the internet, on the computers, mobiles and other devices, and afterwards the creation or development of this special software on these handsets is another important component of the industries. Now today there is an increase in the use of computers and technology. We all know there is a great variety of in the types of information collected and it is used all over the world. Next is the corporate social responsibility. Now when an industrialist or a group of industries work for the betterment of the society and for the conservation of the environment, it is known as corporate social responsibility, that is CSR. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? जब कोई इंडस्ट्रीज और a group of industries they work for the betterment of the society and for the conservation environment को protect करने के लिए they are working. So that is called as the corporate social responsibility. Now showing responsibility to society by helping needy people or needy organizations is an important task. So mostly they are helping whom? The needy peoples or needy जो organizations को जिनको ज़रूरत होती है they are helping them. So with this objective when an industry or a group of industries have made a profit of over 5 crores, they are expected to spend at least 2% of their profits on acts befitting the society. So जो भी industries रहते हैं अगर इफ़ दे आर गोइंग टू अर्न मोर प्रॉफिट ऑफ 5 करोड़, तो उनसे एक्सपेक्ट किया जाता है कि वो अपना 2% प्रॉफिट्स सोसाइटी के बेनिफिट के लिए यूज़ करें. सो फॉर दिस देयर असिस्टेंस इन द एरियाज बिलो इज़ एक्सपेक्टेड. असिस्टेंट मतलब हेल्प. यहाँ पे प्रोविजन ऑफ एजुकेशनल फैसिलिटीज़ कहाँ पे हेल्प कर सकते हैं? एजुकेशनल फैसिलिटीज़ के लिए. अलॉन्ग विद दैट द प्रोविजन ऑफ फैसिलिटीज़ रिलेटेड टू द हेल्थ एंड द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द विलेज और ए रीजन या विलेज को डेवलप करने में हेल्प कर सकते हैं. एस्टेब्लिशिंग सेंटर्स फॉर पीपल जैसे कि लाइक एनवायरमेंटल डेवलपमेंट सेंटर्स. नाउ देयर इज़ अ टैक्स रिबेट ऑन द अमाउंट ऑफ द स्पेंट बाय द इंडस्ट्री और ए ग्रुप ऑफ इंडस्ट्री ऑन वेरियस स्कीम्स अंडर द कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. तो उनको टैक्स बेनिफिट भी मिलता है ऑन द अमाउंट, मतलब वो कितना वो इंडस्ट्रीज और ग्रुप ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज they are spending on the scheme under the corporate social responsibility. Next here children, do you know here it is given that is industrialization and environment. Now manufacturing includes processing of raw materials in order to obtain the finished product. So during the manufacture of the product, some harmful residual materials and pollutants are also left behind. As a result, there is pollution of air, water, noise and light. This type of pollution is termed as industrial pollutions. So जब इंडस्ट्रीज मैन्युफैक्चरिंग वर्क चालू रहता है उस टाइम पे क्या होता है, सब मटेरियल्स में कुछ मटेरियल्स बाहर आते हैं जो पोल्यूट करते हैं. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट एयर पोल्यूशन विल बी देयर, वाटर और नॉइज पोल्यूशन और लैंड पोल्यूशन में लैंड में गेट पोल्यूटेड. So such type of pollution is termed as industrial pollution. Now industrial pollution, the resultant environment and the problems relating to it are being seriously discussed at the international level. So while deciding the location of the industries along with the traditional factors, serious thought is being given to the environment factors. So इसके वजह से इंडस्ट्रियल पोल्यूशन का जो प्रॉब्लम होता है, so while said that problem is connected with the environment also. So at the international level that problem has been discussed. So at that time means while deciding location जब decide करते हैं ना industries के लिए, so at that time different types of factors are kept in mind. Along with that environmental factors is also kept in mind. So to control the pollution caused by the industries, proper disposal of sewage and harmful residuals and proper treatment of the pollutants should be done. So proper care has to be taken. मतलब जो भी पोल्यूशन कॉज होता है इंडस्ट्रीज को, हाउ टू कंट्रोल देम, उसका डिस्पोजल ऑफ सीवेज कैसे होना चाहिए एंड प्रॉपर ट्रीटमेंट टू द पोल्यूशन शुड बी डन. फ्यूल सेविंग व्हीकल्स एंड अदर इक्विपमेंट्स मस्ट बी मैन्युफैक्चर, मतलब ऐसे व्हीकल्स बनाने चाहिए जिससे हम फ्यूल सेव कर सकते हैं. पोल्यूशंस कंट्रोल, प्रिजर्वेशन ऑफ नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज, एनवायरमेंटल मैनेजमेंट एक्सेट्रा. सो दिस फैक्टर्स हैज़ टू बी टेकन इनटू अकाउंट. In India, in order to check industrial pollutions, many laws and regulations have been formed. So both at the national level पे भी बनाए गए हैं and at the state level also. So some examples are given जैसे कि Water and Air Pollution Control Act and the Conservation of Environmental Act. Now the Central Pollution Control Board of India looks into prevention and control of pollution. So who is looking after the control of the control of pollution? Central Pollution Control Board of India. In this context, any contraventions of these laws will be meant that the management of the factory will be held responsible and will be liable for the punishment. मतलब इस अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस एक्ट, मतलब एक्ट के हिसाब से अगर कोई इंडस्ट्रीज वगैरह फैक्ट्रीज फॉलो नहीं करते, so they will be given the punishment. They have to follow the rules and regulations. So students, in this chapter we have studied about the various industries and along with that what are the advantages and disadvantages of the industries. Moreover, we have also studied about the corporate social responsibility also. So hope you have understood the chapter. Thank you.